What up? Let's get this. Let's get this cracking, man. Logic wins. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it, man. Trying to keep it moving, man. Trying to, you know what I'm saying? She really just trying to, you know, run it like a show, man, where you can expect it at least 5 days a week. Billionaire 5,000. I got here right on time, home. 17. Young God, what up? What up? Philosophy Extract, what up, bro? Billionaire 5,000. Clock watching on me, man. I appreciate you, man. That mean you waiting on the stream, bro. I appreciate that. Real talk. So we're gonna wait a minute, man. Let a few people get up in here. P-Jack 301, hard donor. What up, man? I appreciate the sub, bro. Real talk. One hell of a guy. What up? What up? Ratchet Kingdom. What up, homie? Oh yeah. It's funny, man. We were on the same page, Ratchet Kingdom. You know, it's crazy, man. Ratchet Kingdom left a comment on the last stream, man. Today, man. Suggested that I should do these, man, and I already had the list sitting, man. I had decided yesterday. I'm gonna tell y'all about a comment I got from a cat, man. I don't even know if he's a subscriber or not, but this is my first time seeing him on a comment. But it's crazy, man. I'm gonna let everybody get in here for a minute, man. You know, so I can get into that story, man. That exchange is what sparked me to go ahead and say this, man. To go ahead and do this list. But I got a couple more things I want to address, man, before that I get into that list, because, you know, there are some misconceptions about what I'm saying. C. Douglas, Cheap Wildfire, what up, what up, what up? Yo, what Philosophy Extract said, man. Y'all, we're in here, man. Let's hit the like button when you come in, man. Only take a fraction of a second, man. Hit the thumbs up, man. Helps out the stream, man. Help the stream, you know, show up on the search page, man. Jamera Mack, what up, bro? KJ, what up, homie? What up, what up, what up? Yeah. Oh, no doubt, bro. No doubt, man. That's how we understand, man. The alphas come from all walks of life, man. You know, when I spit this, man, people get offended sometimes and figure like if I'm saying that my way is the only way, but that's my mindset. I say that all the time. As an alpha, my way is my way or no way. So the way that works for my life is the only way I know. It's the only way I want to know. You know what I'm saying? But I'm willing to listen to other brothers' perspective and understand what their experiences, how their experiences led them to red pill. The bottom line is we all ended up in the same space, taking these red pills every day. So regardless of how you got here, I don't care if you got here through 2 marriages and 2 divorces that end up taking half of your stuff both times. It don't matter how you got here. Long as we're all sitting here popping these red pills consistently, hey man, that's all that matters. We can sit and chop it up about our stories whenever we want to on every stream. So Kanaz Obadiah, what up, bro? What up? What up? Omega Alpha, what's good, homie? What's good, bro? Good to see you in here. Give them a little bit more time, man. You know, we got, you know, if you know how platform like to be on CP time, man. So let them hang out in here, man. I am a little late though. Oh yeah. Okay. You know what? I know what you're saying now, bro. Let me see. Billionaire 5,000. I know what you're saying, man. Yeah. I did say that I was gonna be here earlier yesterday, man. But this new business is hectic, man. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, man, I'm happy to be able to find time to do it every day, man. Because when I'm up working till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, then I got to jump right back up at, you know, 5, 6, at 5:30 in the morning, then it get rough, man, after a little while, man. But, you know, I feel like I can handle it because that Sabbath day, man, I'm going to take that Sabbath day and I'm going to rest it out. C. Douglas, I appreciate it, brother. Game recognized for sure, for sure. Appreciate the super chat, bro. My city, what up, bro? What up? All right, man, we're going to give him a little bit more time to roll up in here, man, so we can jump into this to this topic, man. Now, this list is these are my 20. You may have 20 totally different things that you recognize as soft chooses, but these are things that over the years I've realized. Like, I missed a lot of opportunities by missing these things years ago. Once I figured them out, these are all things that I have realized were soft chooses, because when I went for the hard choose, I converted them to the hard choose and ended up making the close. Like, I could have made this list 50 long. I could have put 50 things on here, but these 20 are for sure ones. The first 20 that came to mind when I thought about things that I have converted to hard chooses. Yeah, that's a good idea there, Kevin can't join you, man. That's a good idea, KJ, man. I'm gonna jump on that one, man. That's a good idea. That's a good life struggle stream right there, man. So what I'm gonna do, man, I'm trying to make time for this, but this is what my plan is, man. I'm gonna situate the streams to where you guys are gonna know what I'm gonna talk about, what topic I'm gonna cover on a daily basis. When you think about it as men, as red pill men, as alpha men, as any man, there's only really 7 things that we need to focus on in life. Like, nobody has 10 things they need to focus on unless you separate every single thing. Like, if you say I got to focus on my business, and then you separate all your businesses, or all your financial, all the ways that you earn income into separate, situations. But we got to worry about our money. We got to worry about our health. We got to worry about our fitness. It's 2 different things. 2 different things. Professional bodybuilder die all the time, look super fit. 5% body fat sometimes. We got to worry about our manhood. We got to worry about our sexual needs. And even though now I'm celibate right now, I still have to worry about I'm not going to be this way forever. I don't want to be this way forever. Gilbert Bird, what up, homie? So that's 5. We have to worry about always making sure, man, that we interact with other red pill men, because this red pill life can seem lonely as hell sometimes, man. Like, it's a lonely life, bro. I'm not saying you be sitting in your room, sitting twiddling your thumb, looking crazy. I'm saying that finding other brothers around you who have things in common with you. Man, listen, you got to search far and wide to find other men who truly live by red pill, no rage. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in red pill rage. I've never had to experience red pill rage, but when you are experiencing red pill rage, you need to just go ahead and get rid of your rage before you start taking these red pills, because you're defeating the purpose of the red pill if you try to use it while you're enraged. It doesn't work that way. You got to be level-headed to really capitalize on these red pills. DeRay Vicious, what up, bro? What up? They got 2 more minutes to get in here, man. I'm going to give them 2 more, and then we're going to roll. Hey, I'm sitting here, man, texting a potential client, man. Y'all don't mind me, man. Give them 1 more minute, man. We're going to jump this thing on up. Yo, man, got 30 people in here watching. I only had 17 likes, man. Let's try to make the likes match the viewers. All right, let's roll. So I got a comment on yesterday's stream, man. And the cat was saying he was trying to son me. He was talking to me like I'm a young cat. You see, because I look like a young cat. If you don't hear me tell you how old I am, then he just assumed I'm a young cat. Cat said he's 50, and so he came, man, and he was like, you just young. I used to have that outlook when I was young, but I disagree with what you're saying, because, he basically saying, man, that when you deal with choosing, you got to deal with low quality women choosing you. Like, you ain't gonna have no women that's worth men choosing you. And I was like, bro, I'm not even interested in dealing with a woman, man, that ain't bad. Like, when I say anything about me, being with a woman, seeing a woman, banging a woman, I'm always talking about somebody bad, man. I ain't talking about no scallywags. And so, I felt like maybe he wasn't the only one who felt that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't even understand the concept, man, talking about, man, chicks ain't bad. And so he was like, I just go ahead and choose. And, I get the women who, I get those women who make the world move, who make everybody view them and blah, blah, blah. And my outlook is you can view it that way, but I don't view it that way because I don't pedestalize women. He sat there right then and pedestalized the women. I don't know what the women look like that he deal with, but he pedestalized them. He said they make the world turn pretty much. He said there's nothing more amazing than them. So, I look at that and I'm like, of course you're not going to see my perspective on being chosen because you value women so much that you feel like if she's beautiful enough, she's worth going in on a cold approach. I ain't never seen a woman that was so beautiful that I'm going to stop doing this. Then the cat told me that that when I get older, the women that choose me, are going to be, maybe if I do cold approach, I can get a woman that's 28 to 35 instead of somebody said, man, a droopy post-waller. I said, man, 28, 35 is a droopy post-waller, man. What are you talking about? You mean tell me at 40? Now, the cat say he say 40, he say 50. You mean tell me, man, at 50 years old, man, I'm supposed to be looking at 28 to 35 as a prize? Why? I want the top notch. You know what I'm saying? I want the young tender. And then, and one more thing, man, the cat was saying that if you know good and well that now another cat came on and said, well, when you're 50 years old, ain't no 25, 26-year-old women gonna be choosing on a 50-year-old man. And I didn't even respond to that, man, but I'm gonna respond now. It was too much. I had already, shit, the first message was already first response already too long. So if a woman can look at you and tell you 50, you ain't taking care of yourself because 50-year-old men by and large don't look good these days. The majority of, especially black men, the majority of black men who are 50 years old look terrible. When the last time you saw a black man that was 50 years old with a six-pack? When last time you seen a black man with 50 years old with single-digit body fat, or even 10% body fat, or even 12% body fat? It doesn't hardly happen. So, I'm like, bro, I can understand how you're feeling. You feel like there's no possible way because the women that choose on you don't look good. Let me tell you something, bro. If a woman ain't fly and she choose on me, I don't even count it as a choose. I ignore it. I'm talking about women that I clothes on, women that I go and convert to hard choose. I'm not talking about women who just look any kind of way and look at me like, well, she look like a scallywag, she gonna choose on me. I don't count that, bro. I don't count that. So if you're in the chat, homie, you gotta understand that. Oh, listen, and the cat told me that red pill is about growth. The manosphere is about growth. So you have to have an open mind. Bro, let me tell you something. If I'm getting chosen on by attractive women, by women that cats be wanting a wife, by women that cats be trying to lock down, by women that cats be trying to put babies in, if I'm getting chosen by them women, going out cold choosing, man, for me, going out cold approaching is a step backwards. That's not a step forward. Let me tell you guys something right now. When you in here, man, you never have to take nothing that I say and try to apply it to your life. I'm just sharing the game that's worked for me in my life. I'm sharing the things that I use, the weapons that I use, the tools that I use to overcome my obstacles and put myself in a position that I'm pleased to be in. Put myself in a position that I feel like I've caught up on the lost time that I lost when I was out there, doing stupid, immature things, man, wasting time. So you never have to apply these to your life. So we're not in a place where you're not an open-minded red pill man, or you're not a masculine man or alpha male if you ain't willing to try everything somebody else tried. Man, I ain't got what. Why in the hell would I try cold approaching when I'm getting chosen on? It don't make sense. And I already said in the stream that if I stopped getting chosen on, if I wasn't getting chosen on at all, yeah, man, I'd probably cold approach because that'd be the only way I can get them. So even Kevin Ken and I had this exact conversation. If you're not getting chosen and you want women, you got to go cold approach. I'm telling you that's why. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the benefits of working so hard on my health and wellness. That's so that's why, I make sure that I'm spiritually sound. I make sure that I'm calm and reserved, but I got that firecracker when I need it. I make sure that I'm the most complete man that a woman has ever met, but I make sure that I'm the most complete man that I know. And then I found out the benefit of that is that I'm certainly the most complete man that a woman is making. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of the benefits of it, man. But the cat trying to son me like, man, when I get his age and blah, 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 man, when I get your age, man, when I get 50, man, I'm still going to be knocking down bad chicks in their 20s. I ain't going to sit and tell you that I'm going to knock down on 18-year-old. I ain't going to lie, at 50, I might feel kind of funny knocking one down that young. But I'm telling you, at 50, I'm still going to be knocking down young bad chicks in their 20s. Trust me on it. Trust me. Because let me tell you something. If a woman see you and you in your 20s, she expect you to have a six-pack. She expect you to be lean. If a woman see you and you 50, and you got one of the tightest bodies she ever seen, she already amazed. Because I'm going to tell you the difference between a 50-year-old man and a 20-year-old man. All the wealth of information, all the wealth of knowledge. And if you're talking about being 50 and you're dealing with a chick that's 26, 27, 25, 24 even, man, you're going to blow her wig back with just the amount of information that you've ascertained over the years. And then you couple that with straight up, I don't want to say swag, I don't use that word, but you know what I'm saying? You got a cold style, man, that the woman ain't used to, man. You got your own unique style, man, and you fly and confident. Come on, man. And you've been in the world 50 years, you better have a little money. And so you look like you good, you look successful. How can you lose, man? But let's get into the topic. Because I think one of the main topics is men don't understand. Any woman you can get on a cold approach, those types of women have chosen on you before. If that's the level of woman you can get on a cold approach, those women have chosen on you before. You probably just didn't know what the choosing signs were. Mr. Limbachana, what up, bro? Good to see you in here, MLC, my bad. When you understand choosing, then you'll understand that beautiful women choose too. See, his point was, if you're going to get chosen, a dime piece ain't going to choose you. And I don't get no women the rating dime. But, just for the sake of understanding here, I don't give women the 10 rating, but his mindset is that no woman that's bad is going to choose on you. His mindset is the only women that choose are scallywags. Let me tell you something, bro. When I get somewhere and I'm me and I'm fly and I come down and I'm the best version of myself, scallywags are too intimidated to approach me. It takes a very determined woman to know that she's gonna have to not be attractive, but have convinced herself that she's attractive. Or beta males have convinced her that she's attractive. I don't get chosen on by scallywags. I don't get chosen on by big girls. I don't get chosen on by women that the average man wouldn't desire, that most men wouldn't desire. So when I say I get chosen on, I'm talking about by attractive women. Now, I'm not saying I go in a room and every attractive woman in there choosing on me, but I'm gonna tell you, I have had an experience that most men haven't had. I have been into a venue and the baddest chick in there chose on me. And not just one time, multiple times throughout my life. Even recently, when I say recently, I mean before I've been, it's going to be 8 months with me, being celibate, man. So, we almost talking about a year ago. But you just have to know the choosing signs, man. And another thing, a woman that is very attractive is not going to choose the same way that a 6 does. A 9.5 is not going to choose the same way a 6 does. It's not going to happen. Well, I say 9.4, 9.5, you got to round it up to 10, and I don't round nobody up to 10. But the 9.4 is not going to choose with the same, with the same freeness, with the same freedom, with the same openness as a woman that's a 6 or a 7, man. It's not going to happen, bro. I'm telling you what I know. So you have to know the choosing signs, not only of women who are wide open with it, but you got to know the subtle choosing signs of a woman that doesn't, who doesn't want the whole room to know she's choosing on you. Who really wants to see who's gonna respect your game if you even understand she's choosing on you. That's why the beautiful women are always so easy to get along with. I don't know what your experiences are, but with me, dimes, I'm gonna go ahead and say dimes for the sake of conversing here. Dimes, when you get to know them, man, they be cool. They be some of the coolest chicks you're gonna ever meet. You know why? because they don't have confidence, because they feel like they be choosing on men. I'm not saying they look at themselves and say, you know, I ain't beautiful. I'm saying that they think that men have a problem with them because they know they be giving choosing signs, but most men they give choosing signs to don't even know what the hell the choosing signs are. So let's get into this right quick. Black man said 8 months. How do you do it, man? I say, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, because I done turned down more sex than most men get, and I've gotten even more than that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm well equipped with sex, man. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I've been blessed, man, in my life, man, to be able to, you know, to be able to get women just however I wanted to. You know, let me tell you the experience I had, man. I caught this chick at the bank. It was years ago. Bad little chick. Come to find out, man, she was just filling up. There was a last semester for a master's degree, man. She was just working at the bank, man. You know what I'm saying? Still lived at home with her mom, man. She was just stacking up paper, man. Had a nice whip. Pretty girl, man. She was tall. She was about 5'9", so she was tall for a chick. But man, she had the prettiest face I ever seen, man. Nice little slim body, man. Little booty on her, man. She was tight. She was 23, and so when I went in the bank, you know, this was my first time using this bank. It was my normal branch, but it wasn't my normal location. And it was my normal bank, but not my normal branch. So I went in, man, and bam. As soon as I walked in, man, the choosing signs were there. You know, the first thing she did, man, was she was talking. She already had customers in front of her. You know, she was being a regular, you know, just a regular friendly self. That's what you do when you're at the bank. And when it was my turn, man, she broke into that full ear grin. And let me tell you one of these signs that I'm gonna get into. When a woman look you from head to toe, when a woman look you in your eyes, look down, look, her eyes travel the length of your body to your toes, and then she come back up and look again, and she smiles. Or if she's smiling when she comes back up, that's a subtle choose. You probably thinking that, you know, a beta male or a cat that just doesn't have enough confidence in herself to think that a beautiful woman was choosing, probably thinks she just admiring his shoes, or you know, she looking at his pants and they're expensive pants and she likes them. Or, you know, she was looking to see if his shoes look good, or maybe she dropped something on the floor. That's what the average cat would think. Me, I automatically knew it was a soft choose. It wasn't, for me, that was a hard choose. I'm to the point where things like that are hard chooses. So what I did, man, I didn't say anything. I took care of my business. You know what I'm saying? I thanked her and blah, blah, blah. And then I left. You know what I'm saying? I gave her my smirk, you know, the half smile where one side smiles, the other side doesn't. I gave her the half smirk. And, you know, I was super clean. And, you know, I already knew the effect I had on because she let me know. And I knew that I was going to be back in that bank in a couple of days. So I didn't go back the next day because I didn't have to. But I knew I was going to be back doing the deposit the next day. So I went back the next day, man. And you know what I did? I went up to her, and I could tell that she was kind of flustered that I ain't saying nothing to her because she knew she had chosen on me. And I knew it. But I ain't want, you know, I wasn't going to just be out there, man, wilding out like, hey, she chose on me. I am so happy. I won't do that. But what I did, she had a little attitude when I went in there. I knew what it was about. So I gave her, you know, a slick little compliment on her dress. I didn't tell her she looked good or nothing like that. You know, I told her that color, you know, complements her skin tone well. You know, it makes her, you know, it makes her look like a freshly budding rose. Well, I might not say rose. I think I might have said azalea or something. Like she's like a freshly budded azalea. And she knew what an azalea was. But I knew she knew what an azalea was because that's the kind of flower that was on her desk. See, this is game, bro. This is game. So that she wanted me even a little bit more because I knew what an azalea was. Most cats can't pick an azalea from a damn sunflower, man. So what I did, man, I handled my business, and see, I had already had my business card. Oh, I've been doing the business card thing for a while. I mean, I've been in business for a while, but so I always had business card. So I quickly, man. When I gave her my information, man, when I gave her my deposit slip and, you know, my checks and all that, man, I had a business card in my hand with it, man. So I slid her that. You know, she looked around right quick and then she just threw it on her desk where nobody could tell it was there, but she didn't throw it away. Let me turn this volume down on this, man. So, and it probably was, I slid the business card, man. It took a whole week to call me, but I didn't really care because, you know, I just capitalized on it. I wasn't even thinking about it, man. And bam, she called me that. Let me see. That was a Monday. It didn't take a whole week. That was a Monday, man. She called me that Saturday. Man, asked me what I was up to, man. Bam. So there it was. Dominique Davis. Yeah, I had to slip it to her, man. Jack Fromm, what up? Yeah, I'm telling you, black man, it happens, man. Cats don't even understand, man, what the choose is. So That was one of the things, man. And that was just an experience I thought of while we're doing this. Goofy Dunn, what up, bro? Good, man. Glad you called me, bro. Glad you got in here, man. Yeah, that's real, Mr. Limit Channel, man. Said when he was abstaining for 2 years straight, his success rate went way up and women kept choosing him. And I'm telling you, man, let me tell you something, man. When you abstain, what happens is your testosterone levels will build so high that that natural pheromone that's coming off of you, women find it irresistible. Like, that's why, man, I'll cover myself in a whole bunch of cologne and all that, man. Cologne smell good, but every woman ain't gonna like every cologne. But if you got that alpha testosterone, you got that alpha energy flowing through you, and it's coming out of your pores, as long as your body clean, man, women find it irresistible. I'm telling you, women find it irresistible, bro. That's how they're wired. So let's get into my list, man. Let's get into my list. Some of these are, we'll get down into some that you might not think are subtle choosers, but they're subtle choosers because men don't notice them. So number one is the one that I always say, the smile. If a woman, man, women don't go around randomly just smiling at everybody. I'm telling you. But men overlook it and think women are just being friendly. If a woman is sitting up and she's looking a certain way, and she's got, let's say, man, you could be in line somewhere. Let's say you're in line at the post office. Perfect example. This has happened to me recently. Since I got the Alphas Up t-shirts printed up. You're at the post office, man, and she's in there, man. She's looking like, man, she's tired of being in the line. You know, she been in line for a minute, man. She look around at everybody. She look over at the other teller. She look at the back of the line, see who's there. She turn around. I think I was like one person behind her. There was a person between her and I. And she turned around, man, looked at that person with a look on her face, turned around, looked at me, man, fell into an ear-to-ear grin, man. I'm talking about the big Kool-Aid smile. That's a choose. But you probably ain't thinking it's a choose because you don't think you deserve that type of choosing. You don't think a very attractive woman will choose you in the middle of the damn post office. Me, I do, because I know those women don't get a lot of attention. And the attention they do get is cold approaching dudes who ain't got no power in the situation. See, when you cold approach a woman, you got to tailor your approach to make sure you don't offend her. You got to go in there and you got to mind your manners and you got to do all that. If a woman chooses on you, man, then you get the hard choose, man. Man, you could approach her with confidence. You could already be saying risque things to her. Of course, you don't want to cross the line and come off like some type of creep, but you could say risque. You could be quite risque with her, man, because she's already let you know that she's into you. The ice-breaking point is gone. The introduction point is gone. Man, let me tell you something. I've had women choose on me, man, and I close a lot of times. I've had women choose on me, man. I get the hard choose. I close out, and I closed out, man, and we haven't even discussed anything personal. I don't know her. I don't know where she's from. I don't know nothing about her family. She don't know nothing about mine. We don't even know each other's last name, bro. But you know what we did? We hit it off because she chose on the man that she saw and she wanted to choose. And I saw the choosing signs and capitalized on it. The second one is a wink. Now, a wink may seem a little like a hard choose, like you can tell that, but women wink subtly. Women almost do it like a one-eyed blink. You know, if I was to wink at a woman, she'd know I was winking at her. The shit would look like a wink. What women do, a woman will play it off, man, like something in her eyes. But let me tell you how you know. If the little wink happens and she looks away and then she looks back at you, she's looking to see if you caught it. These are the type of things you have to understand, because if you don't catch it, the woman is going to assume that you ain't hip to when you're being chosen on. And a beautiful woman is not going to give you a 2 minute opportunity. She's going to give you one. She's gonna shoot a shot subtly because she don't want to get put on blast. The one thing about a pretty woman is she don't want nobody to put her on blast, because contrary to popular belief, the very, very beautiful women, a lot of them they have very fragile egos. They have very fragile feminine egos. It doesn't take a pimple on her face can ruin her week. So, you know, that is, you have to be looking out for that, man. You have to be looking out for any movement with her eyes, man. Like I said, looking you up and down, that's one hell of a choosing sign, man. And that's on the list. I'll get more into that on the list. But that's one, man. You have to understand. Sean Dunn, what up, bro? You have to understand, man, that Heart don't say, man, that's his problem. Thirsty. Well, you know what, man? You get less thirsty the more you quench your thirst. You know what I'm saying? If you drink a whole bottle of water, you ain't thirsty. So, you know, the more you start quenching your thirst with these women, man, you'll be less thirsty. And that's why I can be celibate like this. That's why Mr. Limber Channel can abstain for 2 years straight. You know what I'm saying? That's why. Now he's taught me my longest was 14 months. That's about how long I go on average. I think I'm gonna end up going 14 months this time, man. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna go 6 months, man, but I just didn't even have to, you know, I want to go longer. You know what I'm saying? I like the way I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying? I like the way I'm feeling. I like the way spiritually I like where I am, man. I like the way my genetic pool is cleaning out, man. I can feel it. Long Woods, I believe. Yeah, man, all chicks are afraid to be rejected. But the thing is, there are chicks who are used to rejection. The beautiful woman is not used to rejection. And so even when she thinks if a man makes her feel something, like I say, man, it's not about how attractive you are. Of course, you probably need to be attractive. But one thing I agree with AMS on, if you have that it factor, you know what I'm saying? If you have charisma, if you have style, if you have confidence, you know, if you become the center of attention in a room, then it's a whole lot, you're going to get chosen on a whole lot more than some quiet cat will. So I understand. For some people, for most, there's two extremes. You're either going to be a really quiet cat that lays back and just really, don't say a lot, or you're going to be that cat that's always the center of attention, who walks into a room and commands the room. So until you have the experience, I may be cocky. All of this may be me just being cocky, but I'm going to tell you why I'm cocky, because you don't know what it is until you go into a room. I mean, I'm talking about a room, a venue, a club, a bar, or whatever, a venue where there are a lot of people, and the most beautiful woman in the room chooses you. Until you experience that, then you're going to think that what I'm saying is just, you probably think it's some bullshit. That's probably what you think. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, bro, I don't have to make this up, because I don't care enough about my interactions with women. They don't bring enough substance to my life for me to sit and just make stuff up about it. I make stuff up. I make stuff up about my career. I make stuff up about, something that means something to me. I'm not making that up about nothing. It is what it is in my life. Hey, man, who I got to answer to? The Most High. That's it. So, number 3 is looking at me while she's twirling her hair on her finger. Now, this is one that doesn't happen a lot, but when it does, it is one of the most amazing choosing signs ever, because when a woman is twirling in her hair, she is in thought. She is thinking something. She is looking at you, twirling her hair, and there are thoughts in her mind. They are positive thoughts, because women don't twirl their hair when they're in a negative space. So if she's sitting there twirling her hair, it's something she's doing subconsciously. No woman says, I'm just going to twirl my hair. I'm going to twirl my hair. Can number 3 be trusted? It works for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's going to work for somebody else. Like I said, it doesn't happen a lot, because women don't generally tend to twirl their hair, or, they don't tend to do it. But any action that you see a woman do that's different from what she was doing, it's because there's a different feeling. She's having a different feeling. And if that action takes place while she's looking at you, or when she looks at you, then, it works for me. That's why I say looking at me while twirling her hair. This is something that I've converted into the hard choose before. I took it as a soft choose, converted it into the hard choose. Now, granted, I'm going to be honest with you. There have been a lot of things that I thought were a soft choose that really weren't a soft choose. They were just a woman acknowledging the fact that, that I was in there, and she saw me and she thought I was nice looking and blah, blah, blah. Every woman that thinks you're attractive isn't going to choose. She may do something to let you know that she's attracted, but that doesn't mean she's choosing. That's something else to think about. But I put number 3 there because it's worked for me. And, I'm quite sure it's worked for somebody else in the world, but, it's something that you may not even ever get that. But if you do, take a chance that it's a soft choose, man. Take a chance, because women generally don't just sit around in public places twirling their damn hair. It means something. It's a comforting thing for. They do it when they're comfortable, or they do it to get comfortable. And my take on that is, if looking at me makes her comfortable like that, or if looking at me makes her nervous like that, well, she needs to do something comfortable. If she's Linus and she needs her blanket when she looks at me, I take it as a choosing sign. And that's the thing with me. If I view it as a choosing sign, I'm going to try to get the hard choose. Even if it's not a choosing sign. Man, listen, I've caught women that what I thought was a choosing sign wasn't a choosing sign. So I ended up going over on the approach, and it wasn't, she wasn't as open on me as a woman who really chooses does. So yeah, and that's the thing, man. UFO Kamikaze One just covered it, man. White chicks mostly, man, because black chicks don't wear real long hair like that. And when they do, it be fake most of the time. But if you do have black women do it too, man, when they wear their own hair and it's long, they'll do it, man. Even with weave, they'll do it, man. But it's not something that happens a lot. I'm going to be honest with you, man. This is probably one that I've closed on probably 3 times in my life. And I only seen it 3 times in my life, and I closed on it all 3 times. So, number 4, I already covered this one. I'm going to get into it again. Prospecting me from head to toe. If that woman looks me in my eyes, looks down my body, and looks back up again, and any pleasant look is on her face, for me, that is damn near a hard choose right there. That ain't even choosing. That's jocking. Now, that's something different. If a woman jocking you, man, then, I mean, you got to close on that, bro. You got to close on that. If that's right there. That's like, let's skip the pleasantries and get right to it. So that is one thing right there, man, because it doesn't matter how fly you are. It's not about your clothes. She can see these clothes on the rack. Take your clothes off. Go put them on the rack. I bet she don't look them up and down like that. It's about you being in the clothes. It's about what she feels when she looks at you. I'm telling you, man, it don't matter what you make a woman think. It only matters what you make a woman feel. Women function on feelings, man. I got to upload a man called Women Don't Think, They Just Feel. Go check that out, man. Go check that out. So that one is a big one, man, and it happens pretty often. But it normally happens when, like, when I expect it to happen. Like, I'm out somewhere and I'm super clean. It rarely happens. Like, if I just left the gym or something, I don't get that I get that up and down look when I leave the gym, man. I ain't gonna lie. I get it sometimes when I leave the gym. But most times when I get it with that wanting desire look, with that, damn, this boy here. When I get it like that, I'm clean. Like, I'm somewhere clean, man. So that's one, man, that we got to look into, man. Hold on, man. Let me go over here. I gotta put these links in there, man, right quick. Let me put these links in here right quick, man. I normally put them over there in my subscription, in my description, rather. So I'm gonna go over there and let me put these in there right quick, man. While y'all sit here, man, chilling, man. It ain't gonna take long, man. About to copy and paste these boys over in the stream right quick, man. Then we can keep it moving. God, man. Yeah, man. So it's crazy, man, how a lot of cats be getting chosen on, man, and they don't even recognize it. You know what I'm saying? It's one thing to be chosen on. It's another thing to be chosen on and not even recognize you being chosen on, man. That's golden opportunity. Golden opportunity, man. I try not to pass up, man, those opportunities, because that's easy conquering right there, man. I mean, you got to want to pretty much conquer, man, when you go that route. You can't lose. You really can't lose when you go that route, man. So, all right, man. J139, what up? Yeah, I'm gonna get to that one too, bro. I'm gonna get to that. All of them on the list. Well, I'm just at number 4 now, man. This list goes to 20. So here's another one here, number 5. Looking, then breaking eye contact immediately when you catch her looking, and then you look up and she's looking again. That's it. That right there for me is almost a hard choose. When a woman breaks eye contact, when that means that she's into you, and she's into you because your presence is intimidating to her. Your presence is, it makes her nervous. She gets a case of nerves, man. She got the jitters, or she got a tingle in her boy shorts or something, man. Something is going on when that happens, man. When a woman, when she's looking at you like that, man, and she's like, oh, he caught me looking. She's looking at you, and she hadn't built up the confidence to poke her chest out and let you know that she's looking at you. Let you know that she wants you. She holding back like, whoa, hold up. That's it. I'm getting into that one too, black man. All these on the list, bro. So, that's one of my favorite ones, man, because that really puts you in the mindset where the best thing for me, the easiest thing for me to do, the best way to ease a woman to ease a woman into the position you want her in, is to have to jostle her confidence and make her open up to you. You know what I'm saying? A woman who wants to open up to you and just doesn't have the nerve to, oh man, that's a goal, man, right there. That's fun, bro. That's big time fun. Tamara Reese, what up, shout? I appreciate you coming through. Appreciate you coming through. All right, we'll be here for a minute. Come back if you can. Be safe out there. So you know, when they look and break that eye contact, man, like the homie was saying, that's the woman who wants. That's the woman who wants to give you the hard shoes. She wants to just look at you. She wants to just stay there and look at you. But she can't. She'll do it as long as you're not looking at her. But once she sees you looking at her, she's like, oh, I've been caught. It's like a woman looking through your window, man, watch you get out the shower. You know, when she see you looking, man, she drops down out the window like she wasn't looking. It's that type of thing. It's the same principle as a woman who's looking at you in the store. That woman wants you if she's looking at you that way. And, you know, she just can't bring herself. Now, that one, you're going to have to go ahead and capitalize on that one. Like, you're going to have to give her an icebreaker. That's not an icebreaker. That's a soft choose, but she still needs the icebreaker. You know, she needs to be comfortable. The woman who gives you a soft choose and she's confident with her soft choose, the ice is already broken. So remember that. If you're in a situation where a woman gives you that type of soft choose and she does it without having confidence, and it's possible, man. I mean, attractive women do this too. You never know what an attractive woman has been through. She may have just gotten out of a situation where, you know, some cat was messing around and she got more and more beautiful and he lost his confidence, let himself go a little bit and lost his confidence. And before you know it, he treating her bad. You know what I'm saying? Doing things that mess with her confidence, that make her feel like she's less than a woman, but she's still a beautiful woman and she knows it, but her confidence hadn't got back right yet. So remember that, man. That's what I always do. If she gives me that look, then break contact immediately when I see her. I always know I got to go in and kind of, you know, I got to kind of go in and smooth things over with her. I got to make her know that it's okay. I'm not going to bite. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I say that. So, you know, I mean, I'm honest with a woman. I'll go and tell her when I say, shit, son, I see you, you know, you look a little nervous, be looking at me. I'm a dog, but I ain't going to bite you. I ain't that type of dog. You know what I'm saying? I tell women all the time, man, I'm a dog. I don't care. That's what I am. And I say that because that's what they call men like me. That's their label. So I'll embrace your label. Yeah. So you'll know who I am. I can tell you, well, I'm the type of man who this, and I'm the type of man who's that. But I know all I got to tell you is that I'm a dog. So, appreciate the super chat, Tamara Reese. I appreciate that. Seth Reese, what up, bro? Question everything in the building. So, now, listen. These are two very good ones right here. Men miss this all the time, especially the second one, because they don't know how to take it. All right, Bees and Shawty. Saying something about me to her friends that make her friends look and smile. You see, if you see a table full of women, one woman looks at you, gives you the soft choose, a subtle soft choose, because that's what beautiful women do. Women do. All that most of the time their chooses are soft. If they have a couple of drinks and get loose, they'll get a little bit more fierce with it. But for the most part, under normal circumstances, you have to be acutely aware of the choosing methods of very beautiful women. So she says something to them. They all look over and smile at you. She just says something crazy to them, like, you know, man, who knows what she said? Whatever she said, it was very positive about you, but it probably was tasteful and not anything over the top. She may have said something like, you know, that she think you the one she would dream about when she was a little girl. She dreamed about her life. She said you know, something like that. Something corny. And they'll look over and they'll smile at you because they're like, man, if they beautiful, and they, you know, if we talk, anyone we talking about beautiful women. So a beautiful woman doesn't normally react like that to a man. So her friends are like, damn, who is this? The guy acting like that. And they look over, their smile is approval to her that they agree with whatever she said. You're in there. You already got the friends on your team already. So you have to be noticing these things, man. A lot of men are too busy trying to approach women to notice that the woman you're approaching, there's a woman over there that looks as good as her, if not better, that's choosing on you. If you'll just look over there and see. That's why I lay back. When I dip out somewhere, man, I lay back. On the rare occasion that I'm out, I don't do it as much as I used to. But when I'm out, I lay back, man. I observe the scenery. You know, I go in and you know, I find a spot where that's conspicuous, but the beautiful women can see me still, and I can see them still. So I survey the area, man. You know what I'm saying? I like to make sure that, you know, I'm not missing any opportunities, because I'm not going to cold approach anyone. And there's sometimes I go places, man, and there may be 2 women in the whole place that choose me, but they always bad. Because I'm going to tell you something else. My whole demeanor, the way I'm laid back, the way I'm sitting back chilling, the way I'm just hanging back, they're already looking at me like, man, he don't even seem like this is type of get up. Women prefer men who don't like to be on the scene all the time, because they feel like that means it gives you a sense of mystique, gives you a sense of mystery. And women love that. Women love the unknown. They love the things they don't know nothing about. They love the things they can't have, and they love power. So this is another one. Saying something about me that makes her friends look and laugh. Now, I know I'm fly. I know I'm fly. When I get out, I know women know I'm fly. So when a woman says something about me to her friends and they laugh, it never crosses my mind that she said anything negative. There's nothing negative she can say about me. Even if a woman doesn't like me or I'm not her type, she ain't gonna be able to look at me and say nothing negative and her friends laugh about it. There ain't nothing negative that she can say about me like that. You know, and beautiful women don't be jokesters like that. You know what I'm saying? They don't like jokesters like that, just to be trying to get a laugh. So this is what happens. This is when she says something to her friends that was off the wall. Like, there go my future baby dad. Or, some told me not to wear these panties. You know, something like that. She said something crazy like that. But whatever it was a positive for you. It's always a positive for you when a woman flirts with you or a woman chooses you and she gets her friends to interact in the situation as well. It's always positive for you. I've had women do that, man, and then I've had one of her friends call me over. And of course, I hadn't taken my seat yet, man. So I went on over. It gave me a chance, man, to let my diamond shine in the light of the venue, man, and sparkle, you know, Toucan Sam on them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I ain't saying do what you got to do, but I was raised by pimps, man. You ain't going to get chosen if you ain't got your jewels and tools up. You understand what I'm saying? And my jewels and tools have always been on point. That's just how I get down, man. You got to have your jewels and tools up. So, so I went over, man, and you know, and they were telling me that, you know, they were telling me, man, one the chick who called me over, man, she was like, you know, her girlfriend just, you know, she just can't believe that blah blah blah, or you know, she wants to know if I, you know, if I'm involved with anyone or if I'm married or anything like that, and blah blah blah. And so I broke curve and I said, hold up, Charlotte, look at here, you seeing the rings on these fingers? I had both of my pinky rings on. She said, yeah, I see some rings on that finger. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about on the lockdown finger. I'm talking about on the you lose my manhood finger. They all laughed about it, man. You know, they thought it was pretty funny too that I would talk to them like that. But that's my way of breaking the ice, letting them know that if she got any ideas other than us just hanging out and kicking it, let me kick that to the curb now. Like, I don't want her to start fantasizing about us being a couple and then like that. I want to put that on the table now. But also what that does is it makes me more of a mystery. Because women feel like they can overcome that. They feel like if you feel like that about relationships and marriage, you just ain't met them. These are things, man, that just enhance your ability to close the deal with women that choose on you, man. The first thing is knowing the choosing signs. So, number 9. Wait a minute. What's that number 9? Number 10. Any type of random touch with one hand. Now, this is when the woman was in close quarters. Any type of random touch. If she touches your hand, if she touches your arm, if she touches your back, any type of random touch is a choosing sign. Because women ain't like men. A group of men, a strange woman can walk by, man, a group of men, man, one of them might grab her ass or smack her on the ass. Men do crazy stuff like that all the time. But women rarely just get all touchy-feely with a strange man. That's it. Women just, they get all touchy. It doesn't really happen, man. It doesn't really happen. So any type of random touch, single-handed now, like if she touches your hand, she rubs your arm, or she does any of that, any of those things are choosing signs, bro. Period. It's a simple choosing sign. Now, there's also when she touches you with both hands. You know, let's say like if you meet a woman and she comes up, and, you give her the little handshake women like do. They like to really just put their hand in yours. She puts her hands in yours. If she squeezes your arm, puts her hand on your chest. The chest that's one of those places where if a woman touches you anywhere on your torso, that's not even a choose. That's a I want to get what you sign. Mr. Limachana, you just said that, man. Shoulder and chest touch. Yeah. If a woman touches you anywhere on your torso, your abs, your chest, your back, your anywhere from your neck to your waist. If she touches you neck down to your waist, of course she probably if she touches you lower than that, she like, man, let's go in the bathroom now. That rarely happens. Rarely happens. I think in my lifetime I've had maybe 2 of those experiences, man, where I met a woman and I was just that dude. For her at that moment, however she was feeling, I was just that dude. And man, those were both enjoyable experiences, man. And I didn't even look at her crazy after that. I didn't look at her with any disrespect. So the rub, okay. So with both hands, if you're shaking her hand and she grabs your arm or rubs your arm or puts her hand on anywhere, any 2 hands. If you grab her hand and she puts both of her hands on your hand. She wants to touch you, bro. She had to touch you. When she walked up, she knew she was going to touch you. She already knew the plan. When a woman has to touch you, she wants you to touch her. I say that again. When a woman has to touch you, she wants you to touch her. But it's unlikely, so she touches you. But believe me, she wants you to touch her, man. And that's just real talk. I can't put it any more real than that, man. Now, number 12 is a rub. There's a such thing as a woman touching your arm, but if she rubs your arm. There's a such thing as a woman touching your abs, but if she rubs your abs. There's such thing as a woman touching your back, but if she rubs your back, that is her trying to calm her own nerves. You know how when a woman is having nerves and you touch her on her back or you rub her arm or you hold her hand, man, and you rub her hand and massage. This is what she's doing. She's so all over the place with her feelings right then, with the whatever's going on between the 2 of you that she has to do something. Touching, rubbing, man, listen, rubbing, massaging is something that women do to calm themselves. That's why the massage parlors make so much money. So much money. Because women like touch. They like to be touched. They like to touch. Period. That's what they like to do. And if your body is tight, then her touch, it crosses the line over into a lustful feel. But you can't be tripping about this. You have to expect this. And this is why I am saying that these things don't happen to every man. Oh, that's a good one, Mr. Lemachana. Digging her nails in when hugging you. Like she doesn't want to let you go. And I'm going to tell you something else about the hug. Because let's get into these touches for a minute. When a woman hugs you and she makes sure that there's contact. And I like to call it below the waist boogie down. When there's any below the waist boogie down, when she makes sure that as much of her body touches yours, when they want. Now this is if, of course, most of us men deal with shorter women. If a woman hugs you and she lays her head on your chest, like I'm talking like slow dancing style. If a woman does that, man, it's a choose. I don't care who the woman is, And I'm gonna tell you, man. Like I had a cousin who used to do this to me, man, and I told her brother, man, my cousin, man, I think something wrong with your sister, man. He was like, yeah, man, she ain't nothing but a little harlot, man. I was like, all right, man, I told her make sure you know. Because things she doing, man, I don't really like her. So, you know, I just avoided her, man, before I had to smack her. But that touch, man, let me tell you something. There is no choose like a touch. You're a man. A woman who touches you is touching you for a reason. Women don't touch men they're not attracted to. I say this again. Women do not touch men they're not attracted to. There is no random touching coming to any man who a woman doesn't find attractive. None whatsoever. Women get, man, listen, they look at you with such a look of disdain. If you touch them unwarranted, women do not want to be touched unless they're attracted to the man, unless they feel a spark between them and the man. They just don't want to do it. So, oh, this is another one. The squeeze. The squeeze, if a woman squeezes your bicep, that's her letting you know that, man, when I looked at you, like, she may be, you know how you say you're a breast man or somebody say I'm an ass man? She may be a bicep woman. If she comes up and squeezes your bicep, or she come up and squeezes your chest, or she come up and does any type of squeeze, anything, man. It can be your forearm. It doesn't matter. When women squeeze, one of the squeezing signs, you know, when a woman squeezes, that's a sign that she is, you know, man, she might need a panty liner, bro. And that's real talk, man. Like, women like the squeeze, man. The squeeze means that she wants to feel you. The squeeze, not touch you. See, there's a difference in touching and feeling. The squeeze means she wants to feel you. She's probably thinking about how your arms will feel wrapped around her, how your arms will feel pulling her hair. There's no telling what she's thinking. But that type of feel, that type of touch, squeezing, that is a woman crossing a line where she could really, really have her ego shattered. When a woman goes across that line with you, and it seems so subtle. I see it happen all the time. Let me tell you, I see it happen with most preachers. Black preachers get chosen on by damn near every woman they come in contact with. That's why black preachers always end up, man, with knocking down some woman at the church or some women at the church. Black preachers can never just stay with their wives because they get chosen on all day, every day, man. Amir Aziz, I appreciate that, bro. So I'm telling you, man, preachers, they get it. Chuck, what up, Chuck? I've never seen a man get chosen on so much in one day, man, than a black preacher. Man, that joke. I'm talking about women holding his hand, squeezing his arm. I mean, I've seen a black preacher get rubbed from his wrist all the way up to his shoulder, man. Woman just sitting there, rubbing up and down his arm, bro. And I'm like, man, this guy can. And she was bad. Like, man, this cat can knock down any chick in here. I swear, man, I started to open the church for a minute there, man. I was like, hold up. They say all the women be at church, but they all want the preacher. Man, look, nobody gets chosen more than a black preacher, man. I'm telling you, man, President Obama wouldn't have got chosen more than a black preacher, man. I'm telling you. That's just how it is, them cats. So, you know, you look at now, I'll tell you, now this is kind of subtle. This is something you really have to know women to know this. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mr. Lemon China, you ain't lying, man. Black preachers are automatic alphas in that setting, man. They the only man in there. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no real men up in no church, man, being talking about no going to church, man, listen to some preacher, man. They really, really view this, man. That's why I tell the man, anyway, man, I'm not dealing with no woman that go to church. She has already chosen her spiritual master. If anything, man, like I'm talking about, you know, crossing over into something a little bit more serious with a woman, man. If you're gonna do that, man, you can never do that with a woman that go to church because she already has a spiritual superior over you already. In her mind, there's God, there's the preacher, and then there's you. And that's if she don't put herself first. You might be fourth. So you have to understand, man, that, man, I'm telling you, the preacher is the truth when it comes to this, man. He the only man I give respect, man. Say, man, you probably get chosen more than I do. Let me tell you another one here. This is one that you have to see because if not, you'll hate to miss it. A woman in a skirt normally smooths her skirt quickly when she stands up. She's trying to smooth her skirt out so she won't draw attention to herself. If a woman is smoothing her skirt out slowly and sensually while looking at you, or when she's already been flirting with you and she knows you're looking, she's seen you looking, she knows you're looking. That is a choosing sign. Because ain't no fat chick gonna do that. Ain't no bad built chick gonna do that. Man, I'm telling you, man, a chick that look like a bowl of mashed potatoes, she ain't gonna do it. A chick with a muffin top, she ain't gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man, a chick that like a melted bowl of ice cream, she ain't gonna do it. Only a bad woman, a very attractive woman with a nice body is gonna be standing up, smoothing her skirt slowly and sensually, like she's trying to let you see her curve. Women do things like this. Women are not like men. A man will take an opportunity to do what I told you the cat did at the post office. Just randomly blurt something out to a woman that he don't even know. A woman is gonna make her choose fit into the normal activity of what's going on. That's why they don't hard choose. A hard choose will never fit into the normal scheme of things. Because it's out of the ordinary. A woman will do ordinary things. She will figure out a way to make her choose going to ordinary things, and if she can't, she will revert back to some of the more primitive choosing signs, like smiling, or maybe the wink, or maybe the lick of the lips or something. Maybe, maybe the tongue at the edge of her mouth right there, just barely poking out of her mouth. These are the things you have to know, man, that women do these things as a choosing sign. If a woman is doing these things looking at you, she's choosing you. If she's doing anything looking at another man, you don't have a chance with her because she's choosing him. And let me tell you something. One more thing I like to address about the cold approach is that you don't get the joy of knowing that a woman chose you. Man, let me tell you something. There ain't no more alpha feeling that a woman can give you than being the most beautiful woman in a venue and choosing on you. It ain't even about validation. It's about that woman taking that chance, putting herself on Front Street. Beautiful women don't do it all the time, man. I'm telling you, you're a special kind of dude, man. And beautiful women choose on you, man. But the thing is, there are more brothers who are special kind of men, but they don't know when they're being chosen on because they ain't looking to be chosen on. They're looking to go talk to a woman. I'm blessed, man, that I was raised the way I was. I'm blessed that I got the game that I got when I was young, because what that game did to me is put me in a frame of mind where I can, be aware of what's going on in my surroundings. I can be okay. I can be the way I need to be. I can do the things I feel. I can approach women with confidence because they've already let me know. Yeah, I'm be honest with you, man. Now, I do look at that as a hard choose too, man. The whole thing about like smoothing her skirt out, man. If a woman does that, if a woman touches herself, man, while you're looking, man, she's touching herself, man, to let you see what she's working with. She's selling herself to you, man. That choose ain't gonna happen a whole lot with very beautiful women, but when it does, you have to be ready and capitalize on it, man. You know what I'm saying? That is a hard choose, and very attractive women don't do that unless they are really, really feeling you. If a very attractive woman does that, man, you can close that deal the same night. I'm telling you can close that deal the same night. If you want to close that deal, it can be closed the very same night. So, here's another one. You're in a venue. She needs to go to the restroom, or she needs to go up to the counter, or she needs to go anywhere. And she's closer to the counter by going the other way, but she walks around the long way so she can pass you. So, when that happens, you know that she's displaying herself. She's on display. She wants to be on display. And women don't do that for everyone. There are women out here that we ain't talking about the Instagram chicks and all that. We're talking about the woman with good sense, the woman with a good brain, the woman who knows, that she's beautiful, who doesn't have to do these things. And the thing is, now I can go for that Kevin King Jr., man. Conversation rule the nation, man, when you cold approach. But I mean, it's too much energy for me, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to have to, really pull out game, man, for no chick. I just don't want to do it, man. I'm just beyond that point. I thought I had to do that. I used to do that, man, when I was like in high school, man. And, you know, maybe the first year of college or something like that, man. But for real, I just it was just one of those things, man, where not even first year of college, man, because you know, I played around the streets for a minute before I went to college, man. But you know, it's one of those things, man, where I look at it and I say, I do believe conversation rule the nation, but conversation rule the nation, man, when it comes to you know, closing out on these chooses as well. When a woman chooses on you, man, you still have to go over, man, and close the deal. And it's easier to close the deal, but you want to make sure you close the deal. You know what I'm saying? If a woman chooses on you, man, you still got to take on a date, man. You did some shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? If you get a soft choose from a woman and you convert it to a hard choose, you still end up having to take on a date. That's supposed to be the date right there. So, you know, when a woman chooses, man, she wants to get to know you later. She wants to get with you now. So yeah, I agree. I agree with you, KJ, man. No doubt, man. I think everyone should be aware of that. Conversation rule the nation when you cold approach. When you cold approach, man, you got to be ready to spit game. You know what I'm saying? You got to be ready to speak game when you cold approach. Period. If you ain't got no game, man, cold approaching is not gonna work for you. Like you gotta spit game, and you gotta spit a rapid fire, and let me tell you the main thing about game. The main thing about game is you gotta have the right thing to say right on the tip of your tongue, like a strike of lightning, quick. Whatever that woman says, you gotta be able to cycle through your game pool and pull out the right thing to say to manipulate her the way you want her to be manipulated at that particular time. You ain't got time to wait. You ain't got time to seem indecisive. The worst thing you can do on a cold approach is seem indecisive. If you seem indecisive, man, you already lost. You already lost. Or confused, or you're jumbling over your words, or you don't have confidence. It's a wrap. So let's see here. Yeah, so walking out of the way to make herself seen is something subtle she can do. Nobody's probably paying attention to it because when you're in a venue, nobody's looking to see which direction somebody walking. But this woman has already been giving you verbal cues. She's already been doing things to, you know, to let you know that she's into you. So you, the man that she's into it, you know it. You can tell that that's a choose. You can tell, and that's not even a soft choose. That's a hard choose because that normally comes after the soft choose. So there are sometimes where you don't have to convert the soft choose into a hard choose. Sometimes the women, you know, they convert the hard choose themselves, which is always good. If she converts to the hard choose herself, then whatever you did, whatever look you gave her, whatever you did, however you changed your look, if you took your hat off or whatever you did, took your shades off, I don't know what happened, but whatever you've done, probably something so subtle that you didn't even notice. It's something you do every time you sit down. Whatever it did made her go ahead and offer the hard choose. The one who offers the hard choose on her own, man, she's already great. You might as well just go ahead and scoop her and leave, man. She's already there. I'm kind of skeptical about the woman who goes ahead and give her own hard choose. I don't really like women to just go ahead and jump into their own hard choose. I like to have to convert the soft choose into a hard choose because I still like to play the game. And when women are choosing, that's the only game you get to play. You get to play the game of converting a soft choose into a hard choose. And, you know, it's one of those things, man, where, you know, I like to call game, man, you know, I like to call it spur of the moment shit talking. That's what game is, man. It's just spur of the moment shit talking. All you doing, man, spur of the moment, you roll up, you got game, you finna spit some things to the chick, man, that she ain't heard. And that's the bottom line. That's why I don't believe in, you know, looking at pickup artists and all that, man. Man, let me tell you something. If you go to a one with some pickup line that she's already heard before, man, you're going to be a laughing stock. The respect for you as a man is going to be gone because only a man who lacks confidence in his own mind, in his own intelligence, would use a random pickup line, man, that's already been used. Man, there are no pickup lines. Situations determine what you're going to say to a woman, how that woman looks, how that woman talks, the venue, who's with her, who's with you. You know what I'm saying? How many drinks has she had? Has she eaten? Is she about to eat? All these things matter. The way you approach a woman who's about to eat her meal is something totally different. You have to watch the table. And I don't know why I'm talking about the cold approach. I don't even do it. No, I mean, I don't prefer to do it. You know what I'm saying? But I know a lot of cats who do. Some of my partners were professional cold approachers. So I've seen them work. So if I had the cold approach, believe me, I could pop it off. I can make the cold approach pop off because I have so much confidence for being able to knock down bad chicks who chose on me. So if I cold approach a woman, yeah, I can close the deal. I just don't have to do it. And I don't want to do it if I don't have to. It ain't worth the effort if I don't have to. If I had to, believe me, man, I'd be a top-notch cold approacher, man. It'll be ice cold game every time I enter the place. I'm telling you. So, the sneaky look of lust. This is something you have to know. This is why I always make women look at me. If I'm having sex with a woman, man, I make her open her eyes and look at me. I want to see what her eyes look like when she's lusting. I want to be able to determine that look at all times. I want to see what her eyes look like when she feels like she's about to go to heaven, or when she feels like she's already in heaven. I want to see the look in her eyes. So I've done that throughout my life. So I know what a woman's lust look like in her eyes. I know what lust looks like in a woman's eyes. And women can't hide lust. Let me tell you two things women can't hide. Women can't hide pain. Women can't hide lust. And women can't hide love. And I know we say all the time, women don't love men. Come on, man. We can't be realistic about that. Women were created to love men. To say that no woman will ever love a man, and I say it sometimes, but it's general speak, man. It's not saying that 100% of the women in the world are incapable of love. No, they're not. They're capable of loving a beta male. They're capable of loving a soft dude. They're capable of loving a feminine dude. But an alpha masculine male, yeah, man, a woman who's in touch with her femininity can love and love hard. Will go to bat for you. Will take a case for you if she have to. Will kill over you. Will kill you. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, bro, this is real talk. So they can't hide it. So when a woman has that lust in her eyes, man, you got to look for that. You got to know that look. And it's not even a look that can be described. It's a look you know because you've seen it in women's eyes while you were being intimate with them. Or right before. The best time to see that look of lust is when is right before, when you got a woman aroused. That's why I always say, leave women hot and bothered. If you leave her hot and bothered, the look of lust is, she can't even wipe it off of her face. She's ravished with it. You leave her hot and bothered, man, she will be still, look, the look of lust will still be in her eyes when she wake up the next morning. I'm telling you. I'm telling you facts right here. So, the thing is, man, and that's the main time. That's why all of these things, man, go in steps. So you have to make sure that you ain't so quick to try to get with a woman every time the first time. Leave her hot and bothered. If you leave a woman hot and bothered, you're guaranteed to get with her. No woman can say, I'll never want to see him again when you leave her hot and bothered. She wants to see you again. She wants to be hot and bothered again. As a matter of fact, she wants you to put out the fire that you started, because now she's hot and bothered when you ain't even around, when she thinks about how hot and bothered she was. I am telling you, bro, this is game. This is how this thing works. This is how it works for me, and this is what I capitalize on. And I ain't going to stop until I drop. That's real talk. I'm going to keep running holes until I have to pay them dough, and then I'm going to run them some more. I'm telling you, I ain't going to stop, bro. So, that sneaky look of lust, man, the game is over. If she gives you the sneaky look of lust, it's over. Done. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to do that. You can literally, when a woman gives you the sneaky look of lust, you can literally walk up to her and suggest that y'all leave and go somewhere else so y'all can talk and chill. And you know what she'll do? She'll tell her friend she got to go. If she drove, she'll follow you. If she didn't drive, she'll tell her friends, don't worry about it. I got to ride home. And that a lot of women get caught up in situations, man, where they end up with some fool who didn't have nothing but the intent to sexually assault them, because when they get into that lust phase, they throw caution to the wind, man. I'm telling you, they throw caution to the wind on that. So, you have to, man. You have to always look them dead in the eye, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want eye contact from a woman at all times. You know what I'm saying? When a woman gives me oral, I want eye contact. When I'm, we being intimate, I want eye contact. If I gotta bend over, I want eye contact. She better look back sometimes. She ain't look back the whole time, but she better look back. I pull her hair so her head will be almost looking on, so the top of her head almost be on her back. But eye contact is a must. Everything a woman feels comes through in her eyes. Everything a woman feels comes through in her eyes. Now, the look, let me see. Somebody asked this. Let me see. I gotta see it, man. Dang. Who said this, man? Yeah, Mr. Lim was trying to say, man, game is creative improv. Never mumble. If you pause, get a dominant posture. Eye contact, ask her a quick question. That's it, man. Never choke. Ask her a quick question, never choke. You have got to be ready to spit. And I'm telling you, this is the thing. If you're not a good talker, the cold approach won't work for you. It's gonna be difficult for you to cold approach if you're not. I won't say a great talker if you're not a ready talker. Like you have to be ready to let it go. You can't be shy. You can't be having cases of the nerves when it comes time to talk. You can't be a cat that listen, man. AMS ain't the best speaker, but I can imagine that when AMS walk up to a woman, he uses his same old slang that he used on his joints, and he don't never bite his tongue. I can imagine he walk up and spit when he got to spit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about how well you speak. It's not about having proper diction or proper enunciation or proper pronunciation. It's not about any of that. It's about saying what you feel, saying what you want to say, saying what you think, all at the same time, pretty much. Saying it. You got to have, man, listen, you got to be ready to spit that game. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be running out of you, man, like it's overloaded. You got to be so quick on the game, man, that the woman can't keep up. And for you to do that, you have to be quick. You have to be quick. And if you're not quick, if you slip, you got to recover quickly. Recovery time will make or break your game. Period. It will make or break your game. So, all right, number 17 is the stare glare. The stare glare is what some cats call heavy eye contact. The stare glare is when a woman just throw across to the wind and say, man, I think I love this. She got to look in her eyes, man, like, I think he may be the one. She is just sit there looking at you. She is letting you know that she's into you. And she's not going to shy away and turn her head when you see her. She's going to do something like lick her lips or something. Or she's going to lower her eyes and put them into that slant. She's going to do something to let you know that she's dead serious about this and ain't nothing fit to punk her. That chick right there, man, you about to have some fire sex with her, boy. Ooh. Let me tell you something, bro. Anytime I've ever had a woman do that, man, it was one of the most amazing sexual experiences of my life, bro. I'm talking about amazing. Nothing tops it. I'm talking about, boy, woo, boy. I'm trying to tell you, man. Man, I ain't gonna even lie to you, man. So, man, put that mirror. They gonna peep it. Yeah, man, they gonna peep that nervous, man. You gotta keep it 100, man. This is the thing. You gotta always present like you belong right there. No matter how beautiful she is, you gotta always present like you belong right there in front of her, saying what you saying to her, making her feel the way you making her feel, making her think the things you making her think. You gotta always present yourself like you belong there, like you were built for this. You know what I'm saying? Like you true to this, not new to this. That's what you have to do, man. So the stare glare is a hard choose, though. I'm not gonna even lie. I just put it on here, man, because you know it's a good one. You know what I'm saying? The stare glare is for me, it's a hard choose. Now I'm gonna immediately close the deal on the stare glare. I may sit there and play the stare glare game with her for a minute, man, because I like it. It's a stare glare game, man. So before you know it, man, we doing little subtle things, man. Like, you know, before you know it. Then let me tell you the crazy thing, man. Sometimes I'll do the little, you know, I hold the circle up with my finger, man, and stick my finger in it like sex. And man, every time I do that, man, the point I do it is the point where I'm comfortable enough to know, where I'm confident in the fact that I could probably walk up to her and say, girl, you need to keep looking at me like that. I'm gonna beat the brakes off your ass. You know, by the time I get to that point where I feel confident that I can walk up to her and say something like that at that point, then I'll do a little sign like that, man. And man, that's the icebreaker we need. At that point, we both want to approach one another. We've got some crazy sexual chemistry going on. We both really attracted to one another, and now we got some humor in there with it. like some humor that's relevant to what we're feeling, some sexual humor, it's a wrap. It's easy game at that point, bro. It's easy game at that point. So, you know, that's just how it is, man. So, so the stare glare is a big one. Now, this is another one right here that men don't notice. Most men don't notice this. The hot and bothered double leg cross. The hot and bothered double leg cross. This is where you're doing your little flirt thing with it. You're following up on the choose. You're following up on the choose, and say you do something like take your jacket off, and she gets a chance to see your bicep bulging. You know, pecs looking swole, man. She gets a chance to see your upper body, even through your shirt, even through a sweater. She gets a chance to see how you chiseled up. I'm telling you, man, being chiseled up has all types of benefits, man. I'm telling you, being chiseled up has all types of benefits when it comes to women, bro. I'm telling you. Now, it ain't gonna get you no girlfriend, but it can sure get you laid, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. It can sure get you laid. You know what I'm saying? So when she's like that and she crosses her legs one way and immediately uncrosses them and crosses them the other way, let me tell you what a woman's trying to do, man, when she crosses her legs like that, man. She's trying to make sure that whatever is going on in her boy shorts doesn't spill over to the outside. She's trying to make sure that the tingle that she's feeling is suppressed because at that point right there, you can tell she's a respectable woman because she's trying to stop what's occurring because she don't want to start putting herself out there like that and going overboard. Now, this is one of those things where I know this because I've experienced this. But tell me how many times you've seen a woman do the double. And sometimes it's just the one cross. Sometimes the first cross works to stop whatever's brewing. But a lot of times, man, they go for the one cross and then they go to the other cross. That's such a choosing sign, man. I mean, that's such a, it's not even a soft choose. They call that a medium choose. You know, let's call that a mid-level choose, man. I'm telling you, bro. It is one of those things, man, you know, where Smith Jr. III, what up, bro? It's one of those things where you have to know this. Some of these things you have to know or you're not going to know. You know what I'm saying? Some of these things you're going to know or you're not going to know. Jerome May said that laughing at the jokes you know are corny. Yeah, but the thing is, by the time she's laughing at your corny jokes, you're probably already over there trying to close on the soft choose. You know what I'm saying? Laughing at your corny jokes is a hard choose. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's doing everything in her power to let you know that she's pleased with your presence. That's a hard choose. You know what I'm saying? When a woman gets to that point, you really can't mess it up. You really just have to deal. So, you know, we're at the hot and bothered double leg cross. All right. So, I mean, this one is one you have to really notice. Because when you start paying attention to it, it happens a lot. It happens more than you know. And it ain't even got nothing to do with you. It could be another man flirting with a woman. I watch other people's interactions. That's one of the ways I compile this list. Because not only me, I see other men closing deals, getting second hard chooses, going for the hard choose off these same types of things, off these same things exactly, as a matter of fact. So these things work. So for the people who just got in, man, I'm gonna do one quick recap, man. They're gonna be on the recap, man. I don't feel like doing a bunch of recaps tonight, but I do this one right here. The topic is the top 20 soft chooses women give me. See, I didn't say the top 20 soft chooses that women give you. The top 20 soft chooses that women give me. And I put this list on because these are the ones that I've converted into a hard choose on multiple occasions. By multiple, some of them only 2 or 3 times, but on all of them, multiple occasions. So, all right. Number 1 is the smile. This is the most simplistic one. But for some reason, men think that women are just innately nice like that, where they just walk around smiling and kiki-calling at everybody. They don't do it, man. They ain't with the kiki. They don't do a whole lot of smiling at dudes, man. So a woman is smiling at you specifically, especially if you're in a situation where she wasn't previously smiling and then she looks at you and breaks into a smile. You think she's just being nice. Man, she's choosing. Unless she's smiling at everybody in there, then she's just being nice. But if she's just looking around and taking care of business, she's looking at other people and ain't breaking into that smile, man, she looked at you and breaking into the Kool-Aid grin, man, you better get your ass in there, man, and capitalize on that one choosing on you like that, man. Go for the hard choose. The wink. Now, the wink is not the way a man would do a wink. It's a subtle wink. It's almost like something's in my eye wink. But, and you may say, well, how do you know something in her eye? It's because when she does the little wink, she looks away, and then she looks back at you. That's her way of seeing if you even understood the wink. Most times, if she feels like you didn't, she'll try something else. But most times, I always get the wink. I haven't always gotten the wink, but before I did get the wink, they'd always do something else. The wink is not a deal closer. When they do the little subtle wink, if you don't get that one, it's really not a deal closer for the most part. Now, looking at me while twirling her hair, that is one that works for me because I tried it. I looked at it, and I know the reason why women twirl their hair. You know, I know it's a thing of comfort. Either they're really, really comfortable or they're really, really nervous and they're trying to get comfortable. And that's one of their comforting tactics. And in a public setting, when a woman is flirting with you and she's twirling her hair, I just said, you know what? I think this might be a choosing sign one time. And I tried to close on it. And it ended up being a choosing sign. And so, you know, after that, every time I saw it, and it's only been probably 3 or 4 times total, but every time I saw it, I went in and tried to close the deal, man, and converted it into a soft choose, into a hard choose, and it always converted into a hard choose. So that's why that one's on this list. It may seem weird, but for me, it's, you know, even though it occurs rarely, when it does, I close on it. Prospecting me from head to toe. If I'm talking to a woman, or a woman and I are face to face, or I walk up to a woman and she looks at me from head to toe, and then she comes back up and looks at me from toe to head, she's letting me know. In her mind, she's saying, the things I wouldn't do to this cat. I take it like that. And I always convert to the soft choose, convert to the hard choose when an attractive woman chooses on me like that. For me, that's almost a hard choose, but I feel like I need a little more conversion because, you know what I'm saying? It's a hard choose, but I don't really respect it as a hard choose because there are hard chooses. And even though it's a little bit harder than a regular soft choose, it's still not per se a hard choose, a definite hard choose. So that's one you got to look at. Ain't no one prospecting you from head to toe because your shoes fly. Ain't no one prospecting you from head to toe, man, because your belt look good. Ain't no one prospecting you. When a woman prospecting you from head to toe, man, it's because she like what she sees and she trying to get a double take of it. I'm telling you what it is. That's what it is for me. That's how I capitalize on it, and it always works for me. Number 5, looking at me, then breaking contact when she gets caught. And then I look up and she's looking at me again, and she breaks contact again. This is a woman who is really into you. But for whatever reason, you know, and like I said in the beginning, I'm only talking about attractive women here. We're not talking about no 5s and 6s and 7s. We're talking about from upgradable 8s on up. Because an upgradable 8, when she's out in public cleaned up, she's a 9. And the highest a woman can get for me is 9.4. And so if she's an easily upgradable 8, which means that just sitting around the house doing nothing, she may be an 8. Waking up in the morning, she's an 8. When she dimes up, when she gets dolled up, she easily upgrades to a 9. So at least that rate of woman is what I'm talking about. And every time you meet those women, they're out somewhere dolled up. It ain't like you meeting her while she at the laundromat washing clothes, man. So this is the thing. So they're looking at them breaking contact. That's a big one. For whatever reason, you make her nervous enough where she can't hold the stare. She can't give you the stare and glare. She wants to. The look and then breaking contact. The look is the beginning of the stare and glare. She can stare, but she can't glare. The stare is just looking at you. The glare is still looking at your ass when you turn around and realize you're being looked at. It becomes a glare then. You know what I'm saying? And this is like the stare without the glare. So it's almost the same effect, but she's a little bit more nervous. She can't hold the glare, so you're going to have to kind of break the ice with her. Most times with a soft chews, you don't have to break the ice. But with this one, you got to break the ice because she's a little nervous. Number 6, saying something about me that makes her friends look at me and smile. Obviously, she said something positive about me because they all looked over and smiled. That's positive. For me, that's positive. For you, that's positive. Nothing but positive energy can come from that. Whatever she said, it probably was tasteful. Wasn't something, probably wasn't something sexual, but it was something to let her friends know that she thought that you were amazingly attractive, or there's something about you, or I think I know him, or his eyes are amazing, or something. Or I like his goatee, I want to feel let me touch it. Anything. Number 8, saying something about me to her friends that makes her friends look and laugh. Now, a lot of men will be offended by that. A lot of men will get nervous. A lot of men will lose their confidence because most men feel like when a woman is laughing at them, they must have done something wrong. They may have something in their nose or something like that. Me, I know when I step out and clean. I never get out of my car without checking my face. So I know when I'm going into a place, ain't nothing funny on my face. I know I'm super clean. You know what I'm saying? I give myself the once over. I know I'm clean. I was clean when I left the crib. All I did was hop in my clean whip and come to the venue. So I know what that laugh is about. 9.9, I won't say 9.9, but 9 times out of 10, she said something sexual about there go my future baby daddy, or I already see what I'm finna go have on a baby with tonight, or I know he packing. You know what I'm saying? They always say something like that, so their friends look and then they bust out laughing. Pretty women like that don't do stupid things. They don't just sit around and joan people for nothing. You know what I'm saying? When they say something, it's an inside joke. And if you're the inside joke in a situation like that, trust me, it's positive. You know what I'm saying? Go and get the hard shoes with confidence. Next one is a random touch with one hand. A random touch with one hand is just that. Women don't go around touching people all willy-nilly. Not the quality of women that we want to talk about. Somebody just said super chat. Kevin Ken Jr., I appreciate it, brother. Let me see. Kevin Ken said, BOA, I have to admit, when I'm walking somewhere, especially white women, they say, smile. I take it as being friendly and never knew it was soft choosing. Yeah, man. You see, so you do get chosen on, man. This is what I'm telling you, bro. Smiling is a sign that a woman likes you. Women don't just smile at everybody. Take that same woman to somewhere and have a cat there with his pants sagging off his ass. He got a whole bunch of tattoos and gold teeth in his mouth, and I'm talking about tatted up all on his face. Take her around here. I bet she don't smile at him. If she does, it's gonna be one of those fearful smiles, like, let me smile because I don't want him to think I want no trouble. Be one of those. But a genuine smile, when a woman just genuinely smiles at you out of the blue, man, it's a soft choose. It's a soft choose. Period. Now, you may not be able to go up and spill a whole book of game to this woman, but you probably can step to a man and get enough and have enough interaction with a man to exchange numbers, or the thing is, in situations like that, I don't try to go for the hard choose. And for me, depending on what the soft choose is, if I don't get a hard choose, I ain't gonna try to close out. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to close it down until I get a hard choose. The hard choose is a guarantee. And when it comes to dealing with women, man, I need a guarantee because I don't have a whole lot of time to be trying to woo them and pursue them. You know what I'm saying? That ain't my guy. I got better things to do than woo and pursue a woman. So that's a tricky one right there, man. But that is a soft choose, man. So if you have the opportunity to capitalize on the man and go for a hard choose, then go ahead and do that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and do that. But in moving situations like that where I'm moving and she's moving, then I really don't. I don't try to go for a hard choose. Sometimes, man, when you get chosen on, man, it's not about you trying to close the deal. Sometimes you get chosen on, man, it just lets you know, man, that you're on top of your game. It just lets you know, man, that, that just random women will choose you. That random women think you're attractive enough. That random women feel something when they get close to you or when they see you. So just because a woman chooses you on you don't mean you have to try to close the deal every single time. So, a risen mindset seems as if I'm not being chosen. There aren't any women that act with me the way that you describe. Kevin Ken Jr. said, man, he has the cold approach. Some men have the cold approach, man. If that's your case, man, then just cold approach. But then you have to say, are you together? Do you have everything together? You know what I'm saying? Have you been taking care of yourself? Have you been self-prioritizing, making sure that you're on top of things you need to be on top of in your life? You know, that's another thing that you have to consider. So, you know, make sure you got your jewels and tools up. Make sure that, you know, you're doing everything, man, to make sure you got your health and you got your fitness, and, you know, you present well, you look like a man that's about something. So, oh, no doubt, KJ. So the random touch with the single hand, man, it's a subtle, soft, and most times a more attractive woman is going to do this because they're going to be subtle with their chooses. And, you know, when you get the next one, number 11 is the both hands with random touch with both hands. It gets a little trickier right here. Like, a woman is really making something known that, you know, she's interested in you if she gives you a touch with both hands, even if it's something as simple as a hug. If a woman comes up and gives you a both hand hug where she's got her arms wrapped around you and she's squeezing, that's a 2-hand hug. A woman who gives you a 2-hand hug, women don't give everybody a 2-hand hug. You know what I'm saying? The 2-hand hug is more likely to be a body-to-body hug. And when a woman gives you a body-to-body hug, that means something. The body-to-body hug means that, you know, the limitations that would normally be between two people aren't there. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things you have to understand when these chooses go on, because, man, they can be so subtle sometimes that if you ain't paying attention, you'll miss it. And you won't even think about it again. It'll be so subtle. So the rub. A woman rubs your arm. Preachers get this a lot. Preachers get rubbed a lot. Preachers get their arm rubbed. Preachers get their hand rubbed. Preachers get their back rubbed. Preachers get their shoulder rubbed. I'm telling you, no man gets chosen on more than the preacher. The preacher can literally get a full body hug from any woman who comes around because he's the preacher. It seems like he has some type of religious past to just hug any woman. I'm telling you, you can, I mean, literally, preachers can hug anyone. You know what I'm saying? I've seen preachers hug women who don't even go to their church. You know what I'm saying? A preacher can hug anyone and get away with it. And that's why preachers always get caught up, because they get all the soft chooses and some of the hard chooses. No man gets chosen on by as many women as a preacher does. The bigger your church, the more women that choose on you. They don't care if you're married. They don't care what's going on. They can be, man, listen, they can know your wife personally, went to school with her. And the preacher just gets that type of random, he just get that type of random act, man. And the preacher ain't even got to be, he ain't even got to take care of himself. The preacher can be fat. It's crazy, man. So let's see, man. Oh, the squeeze. The squeeze is the most physical choose that a woman is gonna give you. Like a woman that doesn't know you, the squeeze is the most random. Even with the hug, you hug a woman, she squeezes you. The squeeze means let's get body to body. You squeeze, if she squeezes you, you're gonna automatically squeeze her, and so before you know it, y'all are body to body. I'm talking damn near from all the way down. So body, when you get that squeeze, that's pelvis to pelvis. If a woman hugs you with a pelvis to pelvis hug, she's open. She's willing. She's choosing you. There's no stronger physical choose than a woman hugging you pelvis to pelvis, period. So, and if a woman comes up, let's say if a woman, there's a difference between a woman rubbing your arm and a woman squeezing your arm. The squeeze means something. Even when a man squeezes, when we squeeze, it means something. You know what I'm saying? That's just, it's a physical thing that's borderline between just random touching and sexual touching. But the thing is, it's so random that you can't really place any sexual connotations on it unless you've already been flirting with the woman already. Now, another one is walking out of the way to make herself seen. If you're in a venue and a woman is going to a certain part of that venue and she's much closer to it going the other way, but she walks around your way, that's a soft choose. That's her making sure you see how bad she is. Now, these things only matter with attractive women. Like if you're being chosen on by a woman that's not attractive, if you're being chosen on by a woman who's not at least an upgradable 8, and again, by upgradable 8, I mean that normally she's an 8, but she can easily upgrade to a 9. She go in her closet, jump clean, whoop her hair up, and maybe put a little gloss on her lips, and bam, she's a 9. And no woman gets higher than a 9.4. I don't go 9.5, because then you got to round up to 10, and ain't no dimes. There ain't no such thing as a dime is perfect. 10 out of 10 is perfect. There's no perfect woman. The best you can get is a 9.4. So the next one is, if a woman walks out of her way to make herself seen, that's what she's doing. She presented herself to you. She's letting you see that, hey, I got this too. You ain't the only one fly. I'm fly too. So a woman in a skirt, number 15, a woman in a skirt normally smooths her skirt quickly when she stands. She'll stand up, smooth her skirt, make sure there's nothing on her. A woman who stands up, we're talking about soft chooses. This woman has already been flirting with you. You've already been flirting with her. You know that she's choosing you. You know there's something there between you two. If she stands up, knows you're watching because you've been watching her already. Y'all been, kind of subtly interacting in there. And she smooths her skirt out slowly and sensually, taking her time to rub over her curves while she's smoothing her skirt out. It looks normal. Now, I'm not saying she's in slow motion like behind the man. I'm not saying that at all. I am saying that it's something she's doing deliberately. And she's doing it and she's smoothing over her curves. Because, man, let me tell you something. If a woman feels you, as long as she can be subtle, she'll do a whole lot of things to let you know she's feeling you. Most women, especially the more attractive women, aren't going to be out there wilding out to make some man know that she's attracted to him. They're going to do everything in a subtle way. But when they're into you, they're not going to bypass any of those subtle ways. So you got to be looking for them. The woman who just stands up in a room and makes it known by everybody who's in there that she likes you and she thinks this, and you probably her future baby dad and all that. If she's making it known in a room like that, man, she's a scallywag in her mind. So even if she's attractive, she's still a scallywag in her mind. And everything is mental. Just like there are some women who aren't very attractive, but they think they're attractive, and so they act like more attractive women. And the thing about the most attractive women is they don't get a lot of attention. The most attractive women, they get a lot of beta male attention, a whole bunch of cat calls, a whole bunch of, just a whole bunch of things that don't translate into anything. So they don't even really get cold approach like that. Very few men cold approach very attractive women. But very few men are willing to risk the ego shot of approaching a very attractive woman and not getting the response that they're looking for. But there are some men who don't care about that. But even those men tend to not go in somewhere and approach the most attractive woman in the venue. So let's see here. The sneaky look of lust. You have to know this look. You have to have had women hot and bothered. When a woman is hot and bothered, there's no more lustful look than you're gonna see than when you have a woman hot and bothered. And she's pretty much throwing herself at you. Like she's practically begging you to be intimate with her. That's the strongest look of lust you'll ever see. What you have to do is ingrain that look into your brain. You have to see it. You have to know it. You have to always know what you're looking at when you look into a woman's eyes. And all you have to do is pay attention to women throughout your life, because what a woman feels comes through in her eyes. So once you figure out what that look is, it makes it a whole lot easier to determine when you see that look. And when you see the sneaky look of lust, then the woman is already aroused just by your presence, just by who you are, just by how you look, just by how you smell, just by how you talk. Something has already turned this woman on about you. And that's it. That's what the sneaky look of lust is simple. A beautiful woman is not going to go all out and let the whole world know that she want to get it popping with you. She want to be your bopper for the night. She's not going to do it, but she will do it subtly. And the thing is, you got to make sure you know this. Why miss an opportunity to be with a beautiful woman who wants to be with you? It makes no sense to me. All right, number 18, the hot and bothered double leg cross. I don't know how many of you have heard of this, but it's the hot and bothered double leg cross. This is why I say, when you're interacting with a woman, every opportunity you have to get her hot and bothered, do it. That's how you know. You got to know this, because a lot of times a woman sees men, they always say, and I believe this, I always say, a woman already knows if she wants to have sex with a man. Now, he can talk himself out of it, but a woman already knows if she wants to have sex with a man from the time she meets him, from the time she sees him. And the hot and bothered double leg cross is just her trying to slow down whatever is going on with her. The hot and bothered leg cross. When things are going on, she's getting hot and bothered, she crosses her leg. If that leg doesn't work, she crosses the other leg. You have to know it to see it. And this is one of those things, man, it doesn't happen often. It's not one of those things like a smile. Smiles happen every day. Like you can bank on getting a smile from a woman. You can bank on having one perspective you from head to toe anytime you clean. You can bank on that's, but that's only happen when you clean most times. Or say like you got on a white beat or something and you lean. When a woman looking then breaking contact when caught, that happens all the time. But a woman, the hot and bothered double leg cross don't happen all the time because women are hot and bothered all the time. This normally happens when it rarely happens. Like it has to be, you have to catch lightning in a bottle. You have to be somewhere and you have to be everything that this woman looks for physically in a man. And that way, if you're everything that arouses her, then you might get an opportunity, man, to have to close out on the hot and bothered double leg cross. The hot and bothered double leg cross it's automatic closing. The deal is closed without it. Number 19 is where we are now. The bright light display. The bright headlight display, which means you are talking to a woman. It's not cold. This was not there before. And as you are talking to her, her nipples become erect. Right? Just sitting there talking to you. No breeze, no nothing. Temperature hadn't changed or anything. And she sits there while talking to you. And, you know, her bright lights come on display. Bing! There you go. So, you know, it's one of those things where that's one of the things. And the thing is, man, men have been trained to believe that well, she probably just cold, or you know, something might have happened, or you know, maybe she had some beans for breakfast. Man, we're not trained to know when a woman's attracted to us, and women are not gonna go all out. Women don't cold approach. Only ugly women cold approach. No woman that is really attractive is gonna cold approach. She doesn't have to. She doesn't want to. So that's one thing that you don't even have to worry about happening. No woman who is very attractive, no 9 or 8 or upgradable 8 is going to cold approach. They just don't do it. They gotta have some liquor in them to cold approach. So the bright light display, when no headlights come on, no bright lights come on, you gotta close. You gotta close, man. So the next one is the last one, number 20, is when she's conversing with someone and stops mid-sentence when the two of you make eye contact. That is the most amazing choose ever, man. That is like, you know, that's an amazing choose right there, man. When her words get stuck in her throat for making eye contact with you, it's over. It's over, man. You know what I'm saying? That's one of those things where you have literally blanked her mind for a minute. She has no idea what to do. At that point, that is the perfect time to go in for the hard close. I always go in for the hard choose on that one. When her words stop in her mouth, I'll go and whisper something in her ear. I'll tell her something like, now, I know you don't know me, so either what you want to know about me or something that I made you feel just gave you pause. And, there's a lot more where that came from. And I just walk off. That's it, man. It's one of those things where, it's you know what, KJ, man, it's really not movie stuff, man. It's really, man, the thing is, man, I think that's why I always preach improving yourself, man. If you are tight, if your body is tight, you get a little money, and she probably there chasing a mole or something, man. Every night she go out there, man, and eat something. So, it's if you are on top of your game, man, that's why I say, man, focus on yourself first. Take care of yourself first. If you are not getting the women, you got to get on top of your game. This is not about your purpose. This is not about nothing. This is about becoming the best you can be for yourself. And then the benefits of that will be being chosen. The benefits of that will come. So, yeah, and that's the thing, J139. It takes a lot of self-confidence. But think about this. If you look down and you see your six-pack, how confident are you in your body? I ain't talking about just because you're skinny. I'm talking about you look down, you see a six-pack, and you got some muscle tone. How much more confident are you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, KJ said, I hit the gym. See, I mean, a lot of people hit the gym, but hitting the gym ain't going to get you a six-pack. Hitting the gym ain't going to get you lean to where you have the type of bodies the body that women fantasize about. The thing is, if you have the type of body that women fantasize about, you are their fantasy. It's easy. It's easy. Listen, women live in a fantasy world, man. They watch fantasy shit on TV. They read fantasy romance novels. They're about fantasy. So if you are what women view as a fantasy man in any kind of way, but especially physically, women are just like us. Women have sex based on physicality. There are some women who may have some issues and, who have had some issue with love or some assault issues in their past who don't function that way. The thing is, man, but yeah. And see, and this is the thing, KJ. The thing is, but the body that women fantasize about is that lean, muscular tone body with the 6 blocks and the V cut. If you don't have that Adonis V cut, then that's not you. And I'm not saying that you should do this just to get women. I am saying that if you get yourself lean and tight like that, your chances of being chosen on go through the damn roof. I'm talking about go straight through the roof. And that's just a benefit. So, it's one of those things, man, where I feel like these are just 20 things that I thought of off the top of my head, man, that I've been able to turn into hard chooses. So Chuck Spencer say hit cardio will give you that look. Man, let me tell you something. If you lose your weightlifting, that's hit cardio. Like if you turn the way you train into cardio. See, if you're trying to get lean and you in the gym and you lifting 8 to 12 reps or some shit like 6 to 10 reps. If you're doing 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 10, man, that's a muscle building routine. You ain't trying to build no damn muscle. You're trying to keep the muscle you got while you burn fat as quick as you can. You got to up those reps. If you really trying to get tight, let me tell you something. If I was getting somebody ready for, say, a fitness show, not a bodybuilding show, but if I was getting somebody ready for a fitness show, I had the ass doing 20 reps. I will be doing triceps. We'll work biceps, tries, and shoulders. We'll work biceps, tries, and shoulders. We'll do fucking 3 straight sets. We'll do 20 reps. We're gonna do 20 reps on biceps, 20 reps on tries, 20 reps on shoulders. And then we're gonna go do some slow cardio, like walk on the treadmill for 2 minutes. And then we're gonna go right back and we're gonna hit that tricep again. And then in between, we're gonna go walk on the treadmill for 2 minutes. Then we're gonna hit that thing again. We're gonna hit it again. And then we're gonna turn around and do some jumping jacks for 2 minutes. And then we're gonna go to our next movement. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna do 3 triceps. If I'm training you every other day, we're gonna do 4 triceps, full body. And in between each one, we're gonna keep them. We may throw some heat in there. We may do some jump rope, some jumping jacks. We may do some jump squats. We may do some. Unless you're real heavy. If you're real heavy, then we might do some. We might do some mountain climbers or something. But if you ain't heavy, we ain't gonna do no mountain climbers or no burpees and like that. Like we're gonna do some stuff. We're gonna mix a little bit of slow cardio, not that mid-pace cardio like the elliptical machine. We're gonna put the treadmill on 3 for 2 minutes in between every single tricep. And I'm telling you, you will get ripped quick. You can get, man, listen, you can go from, it's amazing how quick you can get stage ready if you up that damn cardio, man. Let me tell you something. That the thing is, man, when you look at some of the old style bodybuilders, man, they didn't do cardio. Arnold and them didn't do cardio. You know why they didn't do cardio? Because their training was their cardio. They didn't take long breaks between, man. Let me tell you something. If you're taking more than 30-second breaks between workouts, between sets, if you're taking more than 30 seconds rest between sets, man, I do 30-second rest between sets. I do 1 minute rest, sometimes 45 seconds, depending on what I'm doing. On legs, I might do a minute and a half on But man, my rest is short. My whole workout, I can do a whole full body workout in under an hour. Total body workout. I'm talking about killing it in under an hour. But I do not rest. I do short rest. I don't talk when I'm in the gym. You can't come have a conversation with me when I'm working out. My phone ain't in there with me. I'm not going to answer my phone. I'm not doing none of that. I'm going to listen to music. I'm with my mind-muscle connection. That's it, man. And the thing is, man, my reps are high. When I'm cutting, my reps are high. When I'm trying to get lean, man, my reps are high. 15 to 20 reps on everything. I don't do no 8 to 12 reps. 8 to 12 reps is for when you building muscle. You ain't got to do that many reps, man, to maintain muscle while you burn fat. You just ain't got to do it. I don't care what kind of reps you do. If you're leaning out, you're going to lose some weight. Period. You're going to lose some strength. You're going to lose a little bit of muscle while you get lean. That's why I say you get lean as quick as you can. You hit the reps, you bang it out, and you get lean right quick. The main thing is, man, diet is what gets you lean. You get lean in the kitchen. You build muscle and shape your body in the gym. Yeah, Chuck. That's how it is, man. That's all it's about, man. Keeping that heart rate up. Man, fitness is simple. If you want to lose weight, keep your heart rate up, get your reps up, take shorter rest, don't let your heart rate go down, and eat in a caloric deficit. It's that simple. And the only way to do that, you mix in that cardio in between those sets. I'm telling you, man, it's the golden rule to get people lean, man, to drop that weight off people, man. But if your diet ain't tight, man, it's a wrap. I don't care how you work out. You know what I'm saying? I can get your body fat down to 13% just on your diet. Quick. Just change some things on your diet. Give me a matter of shit. Give me 12 weeks. Give me 12 weeks and I can if you stick to the diet, I can get your body down. Like even if you can weigh 300 pounds, I can get your body down to where you got to change your whole wardrobe in that period of time. Especially if you big. If you bigger and you stick to the meal plan, man, it's over. It's a wrap. I can put you where you need to be real quick. So, yeah, Chi Wi-Fi say I'm shooting the buck, so I'm just eating. But you know what? If you're bulking, man, manipulate those macros, man. Manipulate those macros, man, because you don't want to be getting a whole lot of carbs and a whole bunch of fat, man, because you're gonna have a lot more to burn, man, and just cutting down. I say do short bulks, man. Don't ever bulk. Me, I'm not gonna bulk up anymore. I did it one time, dirty bulk. I'm never in my life gonna get fat on purpose again. Ever. I'm never gonna get fat on purpose again. It's crazy to get fat on purpose because when you break out of your routine and do that, you don't even know how to cut from there. I know how to cut from what I was doing. I know how to do a slow bulk and a slow, steady bulk and do a slow, steady cut, but short. I'm talking about bulk for 8 weeks. Cut. Bulk for 10 weeks. Cut. I'm not doing no bulk in half the year. Man, let me tell you something. I ain't never trying to get fat, man. Like I got fat set up, man. And that didn't work for me, man. It won't work the little muscle I had. Now, don't get me wrong. I was stronger than I've ever been. You talking about strength? I'm stronger than I ever been, man. Way stronger than I ever been. Like I was putting some numbers up. Some very impressive numbers. But you know what? It didn't matter. Because when you cut and lean out, that's all you're going to do. You're going to lose that. You're not going to be able to lift that shit anymore. Mr. Number trying to say, man, a dude 6'1", 40 years old, 130 pounds. Yeah, that joke, man. That joke need to get some carbs, man. That's what he need. He need to carb up. He need to carb up for sure. Because the thing is, man, eating fat don't make you fat. For one thing, it's hard to eat enough fat to get fat because though fat has 9 calories per gram, whereas carbs and protein only have 4, fat fills you up quicker. Like fat keeps you fuller than carbs. Your body doesn't want to burn fat for energy. It really doesn't. It wants to store fat. So I keep moving, Chief. Keep moving up, Chief. Slow progress, man. Slow progress. So you really can't. Yeah, now some dudes do have a very high metabolism, but even with that very high metabolism, you just have to manipulate your macro. Dudes who have very high metabolism just have to. Their carb count is gonna be crazy. Their carb count is gonna be, man, listen, I know cats, man, that cut on 300 grams of carbs. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'll be honest with you. I can't cut on 300 grams of carbs. You know what I'm saying? I had to cut on like 150 grams of carbs. I had to cut on half of that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I think more than metabolism, it's just the way some people's bodies use energy, man. You know what I'm saying? We always say metabolism because that's what we're taught. But a lot of time, it's just the way some people's body use energy, man. It depends on what your activity is, and that's going to affect how your body uses energy and what your body uses for energy. So, you know, it's one of those things, man. It's complicated scientifically when you get into the science of it, but the action of it, the actual putting it into play, it's not hard, man. So yeah, man, we'll cut on 300 grams. And I'm talking about cut, like be losing 2-3 pounds a week, man, cutting on 300 grams carbs. Get down to the end. I'm talking about the last moment. Don't start cutting on 150 grams of carbs, man. You get down to like 12% body fat. Man, I start off cutting on 150 grams. Now the thing is, I can cut a long way on 150 grams of carbs, but I end up at the end of my cut, man, cutting on like 100 grams of carbs. You know, that's the only way for me to get all the way down, man. So everybody's body is different, and so you have to, you know, you have to do some things, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it is, man. So, yeah, 6 feet at 225, bro. That ain't too bad. That ain't too bad, man. Like at 6 feet at 225, man. You fairly, I mean, you fairly lean, man. Like you said, man. You ain't fat at that weight right there. But I'm gonna tell you, man. If you just diet enough to cut that down, man, get down to like 215. Drop another 10 pounds off, man, and watch how impressed you be with your physique. You know, and the thing is, man, cut it slow. You know what I'm saying? Cut it slow. You know, right now at that, man, I be cutting so slow, man. I be cutting like a pound a week. Literally. I manipulate my diet, man, to where I cut a pound a week. That way you don't have to go crazy with, you know, cutting everything out. So, but yeah, man, that's the list, man. You know what I'm saying? I figured I need to cover that, man. And, you know, I had a little, you know, backlash from a cat telling me, man, that when you get older and all you can get, you know, young women ain't gonna choose on you then. Man, let me tell you something. If I'm 55 and I'm cool and my body lean and clean, I think I'm still gonna be knocking down young tellers, man. You know what I'm saying? That's real talk. I don't believe that I'm gonna have to stop, like, really believing I can knock young tellers, man, until I'm like 65, 70. Maybe at that point. But other than that, it ain't gonna happen, man. I think I'm good. So, all right, man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, listen, man, you know, I already dropped 50, homie. That's but now you're at the hard part. When you drop that 50, now your body like, hold up, man, you lost 50 pounds. We don't want to lose no more. You gotta make it. You gotta make yourself lose the rest, man. Oh yeah, man, that dude straight up Beta Mel Sim. And then the crazy thing is, man, he ended up telling me at the end, man, that he in Europe. Like, man, what the hell going on in Europe? Ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in the States, man. Yeah, that's Mr. Lemon trying to say, man, women are emotional. An 80-year-old man makes them feel right. She would choose. Speak that game, home. That's that game right there. That's that game. Doesn't matter what your age is, man. That's why you can see an old dude, man, who can have a young tender, man. Old dudes have young tenders all the time. I don't really think there's anything that's too lean if you get lean for a particular purpose. But just trying to maintain, I think it's tough to maintain anything below 10%. 10% is tough to maintain, for real. Like, eventually, man, eventually you're going to want to carve up a little bit. But 10%, I said anything less than 10. I think, man, if you maintain that 11 or 12%, you know, I mean, you can have a six-pack at 11 or 12%. You get 10, then you shit. At 10, you know, you as Chris Jones said, you already at 10. You know, but I think you're already at 12. At 10, you get down to where you start to get show ready. You get 8, 9%, you show ready. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nobody gets 5%, man, except professional bodybuilders, man. And, you know, none of us are that, man. So if you like doing like a fitness show, man, you can get down to 8, 9%, man, and be cold. So, yeah, man, I'm telling you, listen, Chuck, man, at 40, you ain't been grown but 10 years. You weren't grown till you got 30. You were legal at 21, but you didn't get grown till you got 30, man. Nobody gonna stay you before that. Yeah, man, that's it, man. You know, I'm still gonna be pulling young tellers, man. I ain't gonna never, ever stop. Ain't gonna happen. So, but anyway, man, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Been in here, man, for a couple of hours. You know, it's been cool, man. You know, I want to go ahead and knock this one on out, man. Put it in. Appreciate everybody's support, man. Appreciate all the super chats, man. I got 6 shirts left, man. I got 4 extra large. I shouldn't have got them extra large, man. I guess I thought everybody was fat. I don't know. You know, I got 4 extra large, man, and 2 large, man. Hey, man, y'all go to the site, man. Go over there to the store, man. Go ahead and cop those, man. I'm ready to put these new stuff out, man. I'm trying to move these on out of the way, man. Till I may redo these, man. I don't know. It was I think my other designs are much better. So it's one of those things where I'm not really, you know, I think I can, you know, give you guys better designs, man. You know, it was a cool design, but I can give you guys better designs, man. So if you put that right there, man. So y'all go ahead over there, man. Take care of that, man. Go ahead and grab it. Yeah, I appreciate that, KJ, man. Appreciate that. So, hey, that's, you know what, man? That wrong. Did that wrong, man. Hold up. Let me do this again, man. I ain't gonna get no Z's, man. That's what my problem is. See the homie Mixtape Darius back on, man. Go ahead and see what he just put up. Boy, he ain't been on in a minute, man. Go ahead and see what he talking about, man. Hold up, man. Did I just do that again? No, I didn't. That's right. All right, Mr. Limber Channel. Go ahead, man. Go ahead and bang it out, bro. I appreciate it, bro. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through, man. Consistently at that, man. I appreciate it, bro. Let's see here, man. We're gonna go ahead and put this. Let's go ahead and put this Patreon link in there too, man. You know, so if you, all right, Smith Jr. Peace, man. Peace. Go ahead and put the Patreon link in there too, man. I appreciate everybody, man, that went over and joined the Patreon too, man. That's cool, man. I appreciate that. I appreciate that level of support, man. That's cool. Oh yeah, no doubt, bro. No doubt. Yeah, straight up, man. Straight up. Ism. 30 days of ism, bro. All right, there we go with that one, man. That's Patreon, man. You guys can go there, man, to bang out on Patreon, man. Go, man. We'll go ahead and put that one in there too. Go ahead and put the PayPal in there. That ain't right. All right. So, man, we're going to go ahead and wrap the thing on up, man. Appreciate it, man. You know, everybody coming through, man. Everybody in the super chat. Appreciate everybody that's going over to the site, man. Buying the audio books, man. Buying the t-shirts. I got more things coming, man. I haven't had time to really load them up, man. But I'm gonna get around to that no later than this weekend, man. By Monday, then I have new stuff up on the store, man. So I appreciate everybody coming through, man. Hope everybody have a good rest of the week, man. Hump day is over. We getting close to the end of the week now, man. Go get that money, man. Avoid the betas, avoid the haters. The Ray Vicious, peace on. And remember, man, as always, Alpha up, betas down. Peace.